This is my real voice. First I'll show you an example.
Hello, this is an Oppo Android phone. This is one inbuilt Google Voice from the accessibility option list. There's many voices to choose from. It's in the accessibility section. Find it in settings or use settings search.
Here's demo 2. I'll click on the blue button. Oh no, I'll tap the blue button. And I get that little menu. And I'm going to tap on hello.
Hello, this is an Oppo Android phone. This is one inbuilt Google Voice from the accessibility option list. There's many voices to choose from. It's in the accessibility section. Find it in settings or use settings search.
This time I'll tap on the word Google. So tap on the blue button. Tap on Google.
Google text-to-speech in Android.
If I press the red button instead, it will say everything on the page. So not the red button, on the play button at the bottom here.
Expand. Start continuous reading. Deactivate select to speak. Navigate up. Pin. Reminder. Archive. Google text-to-speech in Android. Hello, this is an Oppo Android phone. This is one inbuilt Google Voice from the accessibility.
This is an Android phone and I'm using Google text-to-speech, which usually comes in Android phones, and it'll be in the accessibility section. This is a Color OS. It's an Oppo phone, so it's Chinese. They use Color OS, so that's a kind of Android. They've put their own thing on it. And then in this one I find it in system settings. You could always just search for it. I think that's the easiest way to find that actually, but in Color OS it's in system settings, and there's accessibility, and then I go to vision, and it's a text-to-speech settings. So this is it. I've just discovered this really, but actually this is just the actual speeches, choosing the actual voice. I think it's more select to speak, and this is what I've used, the shortcut button. So I'll just switch it off now. That blue thing should disappear. I'll need to move it. Right, there we go, it's disappeared, so I've not got my... But that's actually just a shortcut, so I'm not really sure, but you can read it yourself there. I'll put it back on. Tells me about this. I'm going to allow it all. Yep, take it all. There's that blue thing back. I'm going to switch on and let it speak this.
About this function.
Try it again.
When select to speak is turned on using the shortcut, you can tap pieces of text on your screen to hear them read aloud. How to use. Tap a piece of text to hear it read aloud. Drag your finger across the screen to select multiple pieces of text to be read aloud. Tap the play button to hear all text on the screen read aloud.
Okay, I'll go back and I'll let you hear the voices it gives. So the speech rate, that's a speed basically. Then pitch, that's the octave, or you know, man, women, wherever you want to hear. So I'll go really low and I'll go really high with the speed.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English. This is an example of speech synthesis in English. This is an example of speech synthesis in English. This is an example of speech synthesis in English. This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
I'll go a bit faster.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
And I can choose... Wait a minute, I don't know what that is actually. Prepared engine. So it's using English for me. Let's see. Here items on the screen. Maybe this is what mine should be called. I'll let this play a minute. Press the play button. There's that thing at the bottom, right.
When talkback is on, It provides spoken feedback so you can use your device without looking at it. How to use. Swipe left or right to switch between items. Double tap to activate a focused item. Drag with 2 fingers to scroll the screen. How to turn it off. Tap the talkback switch and wait for a prompt saying the switch has been focused. Double tap the switch. In the dialog box displayed, tap, stop, and then double tap the button to stop talkback.
I really need to have a read of that. So, it's got. Yeah. Earlier I was able to choose the language, this, let's see. Oh, there we go. No, that's just the language, but I could change who was actually saying it as well. No. It's there somewhere. So I can use this in any web page, any app, just as long as I've... Well, for me, I'm pressing the blue button. There's probably other ways of doing it. I'll give you a bit more. I'll show you what Gemini says about text-to-speech apps. I've just asked Google Gemini questions on it, so here goes. I'll press that button, and I'm going to press on Google.
Google Text-to-Speech app. List of conversations.
Pressing and wait. No. You do it again.
When discussing Google's text-to-speech capabilities, it's important to differentiate between a standalone app and the underlying technology that powers various Google services. Here's a breakdown. List of conversations. Speech services by Google. List of conversations.
I'm sure there's an easier way to do it.
This is the core text-to-speech engine developed by Google. It's integrated into the Android operating system and allows various apps to read text aloud. List of conversations. When discussing Google's text-to-speech capabilities, it's important to differentiate between a standalone app. Select to speak. This is the core text-to-speech engine developed by Google. It's integrated into the Android operating system and allows various apps to read text aloud. You'll find it used in Google Translate, to hear pronunciations of translated text. Accessibility features, like TalkBack, which provides spoken feedback for users with visual impairments. Google Play Books, for the Read Aloud feature. List of conversations.
Yeah, I found a way now, so I'll scroll across it.
Select to speak. Essentially, it is the technology behind the text-to-speech that is used in many apps. You can manage its settings through your Android device's settings menu. Google Translate. While not solely a text-to-speech app, Google Translate has a robust text-to-speech function. You can type or paste text and have it read aloud in numerous languages. Google Docs. Google Docs also has text-to-speech functionality. Google Cloud Text-to-Speech. List of conversations.
Alright, here we go, I got it back. So I'm going to try and scroll from there right across.
Google's text-to-speech functionality is integrated into the Android operating system, and its settings can be found within the device's settings. Here's a general guide, though the exact location might vary slightly depending on your Android version and device manufacturer. General location. Settings. The primary place to find these settings is within your Android device's Settings app. List of conversations.
See, when it's doing this, I can't scroll. I need to wait.
Select to speak. From there, you'll typically look for sections related to accessibility. language and input, or general management. Specific steps and features. Text-to-speech output. Within language and input, or a similar section, you should find text-to-speech output. Here, you can select your preferred text-to-speech engine, usually Speech Services by Google. Adjust speech rate and pitch. List of conversations.
Do that again here. Do it again.
Choose the language for text-to-speech. List of conversations.
Made a mistake there.
Select to speak. Choose the language for text-to-speech. Accessibility. Select to speak. In the Accessibility settings, you'll find Select to speak. This feature allows you to enable the ability to have on-screen text read aloud. Activate a shortcut for easy access. This function is very helpful for having content from apps and websites read aloud. Key points. Google's text-to-speech is a system-level feature, meaning it's used by various apps and services on your Android device. List of conversations.
So has it stopped again? So try from here.
The Speech Services by Google app, available on the Google Play Store, provides the core functionality. Android device manufacturers sometimes alter the location of settings, so if the above directions do not perfectly match your device, using the settings search function and searching for text-to-speech will usually locate the correct settings. I hope this helps. List of conversations.
So I just went down there in a straight line, so I'll do it again.
The Speech Services by Google app, available on the Google Play Store, provides the core functionality.
So that's a lot easier, yeah. So I'm sure you'll find it. There you go. The end.